And a pleasant good morning to everyone that's in the sound of my voice. It's time for the natural way. I'm Dr. Nathan Rabb, and as usual on Wednesday mornings, I come upstairs and I sit down and I talk to people. And some listen. I know some listen because sometimes they come by and they tell me, oh, we heard you, whatever. But anyway, I do it regardless. I know somebody's listening, and there are people who need some help. It's really interesting. The people that show up in at Dr. Rabb's Holistic Health Service, and the different things that they ask, the questions they ask. Some of them, eager to get involved so they can help themselves. And yet there are others who only want to do this a little bit over here, a little bit over there. And, I will spend some time talking to them, letting them know that your body needs to be detoxed when you have problems, instead of thinking that because you went to a doctor and he said, we got one lump over here, then all you need to do is that lump. No, you need to work on your body. And so some understand it, or they act like they do anyway. And others actually do understand it. I mean, they listen to you and they get involved with the cleansing program, which is the best way to go. Get all the toxins out of your body and give your body a chance to heal. And there's always a lot of questions about, well, how long do I have to do this? I say, how long do you want to do it? How long do you want to get to get better? That's what it's all about. So when we can get people to calm down from just what they want to do and listen to some of the things that your body needs, then everything would be much better. And some do, and others they come in and they won't leave out with one bottle of pills, and they think that's going to fix everything. Well, we keep talking to them, my assistant and I, we keep talking to them and explaining to them why detoxing is so important, because you want to address your body. It's not like you have like an automobile, you have parts here and a part there and a part there, and you can take out a one part and throw in another new part and everything is all, all hunky-dory again. Your body is quite different. And until you become aware of that and understand, how to really work with your own body to get it back into proper functioning, and we're going to have problems. And we have people calling in now with all kinds of problems. Some of them actually get a little upset because you attempt to share with them that they need to work on their body instead of just one part. One part of your body is one part, but what about all the other parts? So health is wealth. And if you really want to be healthy and wealthy, then you have to be wise enough to do what you need to do. If you don't already know, then and you go to someone to ask questions, at least listen, and maybe you'll get the gist to what we're attempting to do here for you and with you and whatever. And so that's what this is all about. All these years, many years, traveling the U.S. and out of the U.S. and on the radio. All of this is because we're sharing knowledge, and a lot of people have gotten help with doing that, and I get lots of accolades. I mean, when they come in, they talk about how, oh yeah, you helped me this and you did this, and it feels good. It's not just all what I'm living and thriving on, but it's nice when someone that has already been through, and they come through just for some mild situation, and they tell you, they praise a little, they heap a little praise on you because you helped them before. And that's all it's about, because I'm not trying to, browbeat people or whatever. I don't fuss at them, and didn't do that a lot, even in the younger days. But I would, I would say get a little stronger, you know, uh, whatever, telling them how they need to help themselves, because it's very difficult to get your health back when it's full of toxic waste, and you're eating all the wrong things, and well, I like this and I like that. Then it's time to study, to show yourself approved that you're worthy of the good things that you can get. And the only way you're going to get those, you're going to get them by doing the right things, putting the right things into your body, understanding why you need to detox. Detox isn't just a slang word thrown out there, say, oh, detox, detox. No, detoxification means get the toxic waste out of your body that has built up and is now laden in different places, causing problems. We have a lot of people called with lumps and bumps and swellings and whatever, but yes, it didn't just happen. Things don't just happen. It's your habits, and if we don't change our habits from bad to good, we're going to have larger ones. We're going to have more of these things that are growing and throughout your body. So whatever you do, if you care about your own health, get involved in natural healing. The natural is best, because everything we use comes from God's pharmacy. We don't go out and dig up things out of the muck and mire. We don't go to, uh, HMO or M or whatever. We don't do any of that. We don't use any of the products that are, raised in GM, that kind of style where they use a lot of chemicals. That's what's happening with a lot of things. And they are also in a lot of our stores and restaurants and things around the universe, period. But especially around this part of the country and other parts that I've ventured to be in and about for many, many years. There were Everywhere I went, there were people who needed help, and some actually let you know they needed it, and they asked, they asked for it, and then there were others that just watched because they were too far engrossed into eating what they like to eat and when they eat and whatever. But yet, some of those very people, after they have a problem, they show up and they're looking for one item that's going to take care of all of their ills. And over and over and over, I keep telling you, it doesn't work like that. You have to feed your body the right way. You have to clean it up, get the toxic stuff out, give it a chance to rebuild itself, because it will. If you put the right things in there, you'll get the right results. But if someone who just looking for something quick, fast, and in a hurry, you probably be, you'll be looking for a long time. You'll look in one spot and then you'll end up somewhere else trying to figure out, well, maybe over here they can do it better by giving me some of this and some of that and whatever. And I don't try to discourage people from going other places. Go wherever you so desire. But find some place that you can go where you can get the right treatments that you need, so you can overcome the maladies that you have going on in your body. Because I don't think anyone wants to be sick, but there are a lot of people that are, and there are those who have been sick for a long time, and some of them still are at a point where they want to put what they want into their body. If they are gross meat eater, they still want to eat a lot of that, even though the book may call for plant-based diet, you know, more smoothies type things so you can get your health back versus, oh, no, I got to have this, or I love this, or I like this. And, you know, and I hear it here, you know, not as much as it used to, but it's still, there's still folks that are, you know, that they just want a quick fix. And to just really let you know, there's no such thing. There's no quick fixes. There are things that you can do, and you do it over a certain period of time, and it can change your life for the better. Because if you don't do that, then it'll change your life, all right? It'll just keep going down the same road. And when your body starts falling apart, and then you call someone looking for a miracle, and you know, and then that's when we hear, you know, things coming from people. Well, I went over there and this didn't do this and that didn't do. No, because you didn't do anything. If you don't do some work, there's not going to be anything happening in your part of the woods. So learn how to eat to live. You know, understand the difference between, you know, things that can go into your body and help you to clean up and build up, instead of just, you know, for taste. You like this, you like that, so you just jump on that, and then you come to me, or you go to someone else who's trying to help people, and you're asking for the same thing. And I mean, there are times when folks kind of, they just get a little antsy when, you know, why do I have to take this? Why do I have to take? You don't have to do anything. Just let's get that part straight right now. You don't have to do anything. What do you want to do? Do you want to be well? You want to be sick? You want to eat what you want to eat and get more sick? So, you know, when you walk in, you say, "Help me! I need help. I have lumps and bumps in the wrong places, and I'm having this, and I got high blood pressure. I've got a host of things are happening." And sometimes a person won't even tell you all that's happening. They just want, they look up and see ICF1. They want to grab that. Why? Yeah, it'll help you have a bowel movement. It's not going to fix up your whole body. And don't get caught up in that. We have programs for you that you can get involved with, and it might take you a month, might take you a month and a half to get it, you know, to where you're getting back to a good base with your health. But if you aren't willing to put forth an effort, how do you expect to get all this, you know, all this fixing and get your body healthy? If you ate yourself into bad health, you can also eat yourself back to good health. But you have to be willing to do that. There's somewhere along the line, there has to be some changes made. Because if you don't, it won't. If you are diligent, put forth the effort, be patient, and understand the things that you're suffering from right now did not happen overnight. They happen over a period of time. And constantly people call and talk about how I got a lot of this, I diabetes, they got a host of things that they can tell you that is wrong. But at the same time, when you say, well, okay, what are you doing about it? They don't know anything to do. And see, if you are living in a body and it's still alive, when I say living, and I mean you're still living, then why not spend a little time finding out, okay, I'm in trouble. How can I overcome this? So you either get a book out, start studying for yourself, or you go to someone who has some knowledge for some time, and you know, you consult with them to see if they can give you some ideas, instead of just keep trying to do the same things and eating the same bad food. And as long as I have been preaching this, there's still people that still want to do the same thing. They just want, give me that one bottle over there, just one bottle of pills. I'll take that one. I can't afford. Well, if your body is falling apart and you can't afford what? Find a way to afford it. If your health is your health as important to you, you will find a way. And so we need to stop playing with ourselves. If you as they say, you do the mess around until everything starts breaking down. And then when you'll call someone and say, well, go, so-and-so is doing this, and he or she helped me, and so we get the calls, and what we get with the call is someone trying to tell you how to do it. And if you already know how, you don't need to call anybody. You just need to go to work. If you are seeking health or better health or positive health, any kind of health, as long as it's not bad, there are ways to do things that you can overcome this. And it's not in one day. It's not in an afternoon. It's not in 3 days. No, you need to spend some time rebuilding what you've just tore down. That's as simple as that. If you've spent enough time over the years to where you are hurting, you have lumps, you have excess fluid running from here and there, you have swelling, you have pain, you have all of those things that people show up with, then it means you have abused your body for some time, and now it's time for you to just do just the opposite. Stop the madness and get some gladness and start working on that. That you can restore your own health with a little, coaching from someone. But it's not one of these things where, a lot of people, it's a sad situation, but there are a lot of people who they go to the doctor and get some pills when they have a problem. And these are not, things that comes from God's pharmacy necessarily. These are things that comes from the the storehouses, wherever people get their pills and things that they try to use to get rid of all of their problems. And when these things don't work, they just go get some more. I've seen issues where a person has enough pills to share with a bunch of people, and there are those who take these same pharmaceuticals day after day after day after day, and things don't get better, they just get more. Stuff is just coming. God's pharmacy has plant-based nutrition with energy, and that's what we all need to be doing. We need to be cleaning up the body so that it can support itself and support you as well. But as long as we keep eating at the trough and just running to get a pill when we have an ill, because that's what people believe, that there's a pill for every ill. There are times when you can, by taking one thing, you can get some relief. But if you don't make some changes, it's so that what caused that will not keep, showing up, then it's going to continue to show up. Why? Because all you're doing is feeding it. You're putting things in there that's causing the body to malfunction. You see, natural for your body will help the body to heal. But when you're putting a lot of pharmaceuticals in your body, they can help you maybe one shot, one time, whatever. But if you keep putting it in there day after day after day after day, and you're not feeding your body right. You're not giving the body good plant-based nutrition and doing it in the right way, cleaning up your body, making sure you detox periodically, because detoxification is one of the blessings of man. And that's where when you find out how to flush all of this garbage that has come in and set up, and now you got lumps and bumps and things everywhere. Now you understand, when you get involved in that, you see, wow, okay, I understand now. This is going away. So, but don't stop. Don't stop, because that's what happens to a lot of us also. We get a little reprieve, and what do? We go right back to where we were. So I'm going right back to the slop jar, because I miss my things that I've been eating, and these same things are the ones that made you sick or made you thick or whatever the problem is. So we quickly go back to that, or we cheat on ourselves. But what is necessary for the body to heal is consistency. Be consistent enough to get the body healthy. And if you can ever get to a point of where you're healthy, you're feeling good, you don't have any lumps, you don't have any bumps, no pains or whatever, why would you go back to where you were? How does that make sense? I mean, what did you think? Okay, this is a one-time shot, and if I go back to where I was, it's not going to come back. No, if you keep putting garbage in a garbage can, it just keeps getting more and more full. And so if you keep putting the wrong food into the body, which is your body is a temple, and you're putting, gross stuff in there, yeah, you're going to have a breakdown sooner or later. Sooner or later, something's going to happen. So let a word to the wise be sufficient, folks. Wake up. Wake up. All of this stuff that people are eating out here, putting the wrong things together early in the morning, causing, stuff to be on your stomach for 3-4 hours, trying to digest. And I mean, these are the kinds of things that finally catch up, and we start getting larger and larger and larger. And the only way to correct these things, you have to make some changes. There has to be a difference. And I mean, you can't, it's not something where you say, well, I did it for a couple of weeks and I went right back where I was. No. Periodically go on a cleanse, clean your body up, and spend at least a month for doing it, or sometimes longer. And then, you take a break, but when you take a break from that, then go into more healthy things instead of going right back into the same rut. Because if you keep going back to what you left to try to get better, what makes you think it left? It didn't go anywhere. You worked on it for a few minutes and you said, well, yeah, I feel a little bit better. Then keep going. And look out for natural things that grow from the pharmacy of God, of man, not HMO and GMO and all that. Get things that are grown from the earth, and earth that has some nutrients in it that can get into the roots of the things that are growing, and that goes right right up through the soil into the either the leaves or the roots or whatever it is, and it feeds the system. This is how, when we are doing things and we're getting good results with healthy plants, it's because the plants were raised that way. You can go out here and spray some fertilizer on them all day long, and they're not going to fix you. And you may, you may get a big harvest but of what? In your body, you want things that are going to heal and not steal, because when you're putting all this other stuff in your body, it's stealing your life away. It's stealing your energy. It's stealing this and that and the other. Well, you want these things to heal your body. Garbage is not going to heal your body. It's going to take some good natural stuff, some good plant-based materials, and these things that you can find in some of the supermarkets. You have to search. You have to look. You have to search. Look up under this rug. Look under that rug, and see if you can find something that can change your life for the better. That's really what it needs to be. Change my life for the better. I'm tired of being sick and tired. It's not fun, especially when we get a little age on us and we find ourselves in bed a lot. Because we got pain. I got this pain and that pain, all sorts of pain. And there are things that any one person who gets a book and start reading some things about how you can help yourself to have a better life, better health. If you've spent some time doing that, you would find literature, you would find paragraphs in there, you would find information or knowledge that could help you to overcome these maladies. But if you're not willing to put some effort in, and you just want to keep going I go to my doctor and I get my medicine, or you can call it what you want to. There was one person I know, and I guess he's still out there doing the same thing, but that he called it medicine. Medicine, not medicine, medicine, because that's basically what was happening. A lot of these things that people put into their bodies on a daily basis and expect them to create miracles, they don't create miracles. They create havoc. They create things in your body that you don't want. And then what do? We keep wearing out the carpet in the doctor's office, going back and forth and back, looking for things that aren't there. If you are looking for health and you're looking in all the wrong places, you're not going to find it. So that's the first thing we have to do. We have to open up our minds and our hearts and realize that what I desire is not in what I'm seeking daily. I'm looking in the wrong areas. I'm reading the wrong books. I'm going to the wrong stores. I'm doing a lot of things that are wrong. I need to reverse this. I need to find all of this plant-based healthy stuff that Dr. Rabb is talking about. Where can I find that? Well, there are markets out there that have it. There's some markets that really have some decent stuff. And then there are others that, like some of these fast food places, you go and you just go for taste. There are many small so-called restaurants up and down the street, up and down the boardwalk, where everything in there is dead. The people who work in there may be still alive, but most of the other things aren't. And so we spend a lot of our time going into these fast food places, and some do it every day. And we never take a break and detox our body and clean up some of the waste that we have brought upon ourselves. But yet we're still wanting to get better. You get better when you start doing better. Because if you don't start making some changes, then how do you expect anything to change? Everything is going to remain the same. It's going to get worse. It will get worse. The longer you hem and haw and don't do what you need to do to get your body back, it will keep going down the other road, the one of demise. And it's not necessary, people. There's nothing out here in the streets, in these fast food places, or anywhere else that's worthy of your health. But you still go there. You like this, you like that. You know, there are many books of olden days and some newer, where there were doctors and nurses and people who were just, they were teaching you how to eat to live, how to live instead of living to eat. And a lot of these books are still, they're still there. You go into a health food store or go into a place where they have health books and just peruse, start perusing those books. Find something in there that talks about how to rebuild my health, how to change my life for the better. Just get a book and start reading it. It doesn't have to be the largest book in there, it can be a small one. But the knowledge that you can gain from this can help you a lot if you just but do it. But as long as we keep putting garbage in our bodies and putting stuff in there that has no energy left in it because it's been cooked to death, or too much chemicals in the growth process, and that's what a lot of us are doing. And then I hear things like, well, that's too expensive. Compared to what? Compared to what? Your life? Your life is a precious commodity. And if you don't think so, I'm not going to force it on you. But the body that you walk around in, if you keep putting garbage in it, it's going to turn into a garbage pan or a garbage truck or a garbage something. So why not change? My father was a minister, and he used to, he would pray a lot, and especially like in church, but he would do it whether he was in at church, home, or wherever. But he always had a song that he would sing when he knew he had people in the congregation that some of them were just showing up, but they weren't really, they weren't necessarily doing everything they need to do. And he would start humming that song, "Why Not Tonight? Oh, why not tonight?" And see, what he was talking about at that point was why didn't they stop all their bad habits and get back on the good foot? He wasn't always, hitting them over the head with the Bible or whatever, but he showed it to them enough. And it's like we get really caught up in stuff and things, and we don't want to let go. I like this. I like that. I want to eat this. I want to eat that. And then, they show up at my space here, and they start sharing what their problems are. And my question is, when did you have your last detox? And some will say, what's that? And others will say, well, and there's a little stutter, and they say, well, it's been a while. And that while is usually never. But there are those who come and we talk about something, and they say, well, they come in the door saying, I need a cleanse. I need to get a cleanse. So that's the difference in people. Some know they need some help because they've maybe slid a little bit, and others is just because they said, no, I like to every quarter or something, I'm going to do some cleansing. I may not do the full, but I'm going to do something. That way, I know any little slip that I might make or any little thing that I might do, it won't take me completely out of here, because I work on my body a lot to keep it healthy. You know, your health is your wealth. And if you don't appreciate it, it won't be with you a long period of time. It will not. Or there will be things happen that you don't want to happen, but then it's like so many people now, they have a problem, they come into the facility, you talk to them about cleansing, and you know, they kind of look at you funny sometimes, and other, well, how long do I need to do this? That is not the optimum question that you should be asking. How long do you want to do it? How long do you want to get your health? You know, do you want your health back? Then work on it until there is no problem. And then don't go back into the problem. See, start moving to the, instead of moving to the left, move to the right, you know, go into a different way. Learn the necessity of plant-based foods, how you need to have the energy coming in, and where does this energy come from? You know, there are those who don't even have a clue as to energy coming from the cosmos, coming from in the air, coming from here and there. Energy. Energy is everywhere all the time, unless it's not in our body in some time, because we got so much garbage in there, we can't, it has no place. But this is what is necessary for the body to change from being racked with pain and all manner of stuff going on to being on the good foot. That's because you make a change, and it's not in a hurry. You're not in a hurry to get back to what you were doing. Because anytime that, you know, someone talks to me about how long do I have to do this, wrong question. How long do you want to do it? What is your goal? What are you looking for? Are you looking for just a few little nice days in the sun and go right back where you were? Or are you looking forward to getting your health back? You know, it's a major difference in those. It's a major difference. And changes are not the easiest thing, but when we keep putting toxic waste into a healthy, into a body, period, the body may not be healthy in the beginning when they, you know, decided they wanted to help themselves. But when you find out how to work with your body to clear it of the waste that is clogging up your pores, clogging up your vessels, clogging up your everything in your body from head to foot. I got a headache, I got a backache, I got a stomach ache, I got a this ache. Everything is going wrong. And my first question is, what's your diet like? And some hesitate. They try to figure out, well, you know, I want to say something that he won't think I'm crazy, or he won't look hard on, or whatever. Hey, it's not about me. I'm just asking a question. You can tell me the truth, or you can lie. Either way, it's you. So it behooves you to tell the truth. And I'm not going to browbeat you or beat you up or whatever. But if you're lying to yourself, that's the worst person to lie to. When you really get into a fix and you wait around until you got a lot of things going on in your body, that's you have waited a bit long. And not necessarily too long. It depends on how much energy you can really release from your body into that body to get the toxic stuff out. That's what's important. That's what will make the difference in whether you come out of it or if you go further in. I have known people that were in a sick bed and they still wanted the same stuff. They wanted some fried chicken. They wanted some this. I want some beef. I want some. They didn't need any of that. None of it at all. But that's what they wanted. Because that was a lifestyle. That was a lifestyle. And when we get caught up in lifestyles, be very careful what your lifestyle is. Look at it really a long time. Just study it. Say, am I putting the right things in my body to keep me up and going, or are these things that I'm doing now going to catch up with me sooner or later? Sooner or later. If you're putting, excuse me, if you're putting a lot of things in your body that are not, don't have the nutritional value that is needed for your body to stay healthy or to get healthy, then it's going to go the other way eventually. Sometimes sooner, sometimes later, but it will happen. So how do I overcome that? Well, whenever you think about it, you say, I think I need to do this. I think, if you say think, then do it. But that's whenever you start feeling something, if you've letting it get to that stage, it's already kind of slow or kind of late, but it doesn't mean you can't overcome it. It just means you have to put forth a greater effort. See, when you wait around and wait around and wait around till things get bad, and then we get sad and we need help, but yet we're still trying to stay on the other side as well. We want to keep eating some of this stuff that we ate that made us sick. So it's all about understanding why I need to cleanse my body. Why? How can I get all of this garbage out of me? Well, you have to do it in reverse of the order you brought it in. Because as you was bringing it in and it was storing up in different places, it started blocking off things. It started affecting your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your blood, everything. And your colon, your microbiome, your back, your legs, everything that's going on in your body that's causing you pain, unless you were in an accident somewhere and you're still hurting from that, then you did it. Your habits got you. And so if you want to overcome it, you have to change. You have to make a difference. You have to go 180 out. Well, can I do a little bit? You can do what you want. It's up to you. I'm here to share some knowledge. I'm not here to tell you how to do it. I'm here to tell you, this is how you can clean up your body. You can detox your body. You can do it this way. Here's a good program for you to follow. Make sure you're drinking enough water each day. There are things you need to do to help your body get better. If you can't do that, then you just continue to suffer until, the lights go out. So what do you want to do? Do you want to have a healthy body and be able to do what you want to do? And, or do you just want to eat what you like and forget about the rest? Because I have heard that from folks that I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like. Well, what do you like? You know, and most of the time it's going to be something that they don't need, but it's something they've been used to doing. So it's hard to break away from it. But you can't have them both. You can't have good positive health with strong body and eat all the dead food. Sorry, this doesn't work. Doesn't work. There are things that go one way and others go another. And if we are locked in the throes of bad eating, you're gonna have a real tough time trying to get better because you're not putting in the things that have the necessity to get you there. It doesn't have the materials to make you better. You know, dead food can't bring life into a body that's needing life. You need living food. That's how you get your body back, instead of putting a lot of things in there where you've cooked it to death and you're putting foods together that shouldn't go together. That when we stop doing all of that, things will actually get better. Clean up the house, clean up your house, and I'm sure you're living in a place and you cleaning the floors and mopping and you dusting everything, but the body temple is getting just whatever you throw in there, and then when it starts to throw back at you, or it starts to let you know that when pain starts to come out, it starts getting throughout your body. It's a bit overdue. It's not impossible, but it's a bit overdue. You started late. And so we need to really think about what we're doing, and we can save ourselves. Or you can find someone that can give you a little guidance. There are numerous ways to overcome things like this, but it takes an attitude. You have to really make up your mind that my health is more important than all of this other stuff, fast food, dead food, whatever. None of it is as important as my health. Once you get to that stage, then you can do something. You can start moving up that line instead of going down and down and down because of something that you just think you have to have in your body. That's it. It's no big mystery. It's one of those things where the knowledge is out there, but a lot of times we don't have time to get involved with the knowledge. We just, we're like the grasshopper. We're hopping around all winter, hopping around all summer rather. The ant is, storing up things for the winter. The grasshopper is just jitterbugging. Ants storing up things for winter. And then all of a sudden the winter comes and a snow just covers over almost everything, almost covers over the grasshopper. The grasshopper's knocking on the ant's door because he can't get down there, it's too large, but he's knocking. Please, can you help us? We're starving. The ant just stay down in his warm hole and keep munching on his food. You see, because the grasshopper had the same opportunity that the ant had. He could have put away something for the cold and wind and rainy day, but he was too busy having fun. Some of us are like that. We're too busy having fun with all of the stuff that we like rather than detoxing the body periodically, making sure you're getting enough water, making sure you're putting healthy plant-based things into your body. That's how it works. And as long as there are people, there are going to be problems. But if you are one of those folks that you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you start with, okay, let me find out what I need to do to start working on my building, my body. Because if you don't know how to do it, you need to seek somebody who can help you. But if you already know how and you're just at a point where I don't want to do that, and nobody can help you. But if you just never knew how to do, take better care of yourself, and now you're at a point where everything is slipping away, it's not the best time to try to find help. And most people will seek it at that point. They come to you and they tell about the cancer they have, or the this or whatever. How long ago, how long has it been since you knew you had something going on? And you'd be surprised at the amount of time that some folks have housed something in their body and they waited till the last minute to try to do something about it. Not the best way to go. So keep that in mind. I don't sit up here in this upstairs room and do this Zoom program just to hear myself, but I'm also talking to me when I'm talking to you. There are things that we need to do, and we need to do them in a timely fashion instead of waiting until the wagon breaks down before we decide to fix the axle. In other words, your body is a temple. We need to take care of it daily. Do things to it that build it up instead of break it down. Because you can't just wait until everything starts falling apart. Then you're looking for a miracle. I'm looking for a miracle. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but a lot of it doesn't happen. So be aware of your body. Don't try to eat up all of the meat and the breads and whatever out here. Get in love with vegetables, fruits, some nuts, things like that. All of this animal. And there are folks who will want to argue you down about this and that and the other, but yet just look around you and see what people are having the most problem. So anyway, we're moving toward the end of our program today. And, this is something that I do because I love people. And when I'm talking to you over this platform, I'm also talking to me. But the difference between us is I'm working on a lot on mine. And you can't just wait until you get to be, I just had my 80th birthday. And I've been working on natural healing for, I don't know, back in the 40s. When I started, it was like, I think it was I was 44 years of age when I started on natural medicine. And I've been at it now for a whole bunch of years. I just had my 80th birthday. And I'm still working on keeping my body healthy. It's time for me to go. It's 9:59 here. So folks, take care of your health, because you only live once. When you're dead, you're done. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. We'll see you next week. But